Hello everyone, this is All Things Reviews, and today we're going to have a pretty big set. We're going to be reviewing, as you can see on here, Lego City set 4207, ages 6 to 12. Now, this doesn't have the pieces at all because I got this from Europe. As you can see, based on that text right there, I got it when I was visiting my family in the Czech Republic. So this set is from Europe, hence why it's a little different. Doesn't show the pieces in Europe. They don't do that. And actually, this is one of my sets I will be selling. I wanted to just make a review before it sells. So if you guys want, I'm going to put the link to eBay description down below, and as well as link to Amazon if someone else buys it. Now, what I will say is it definitely isn't 100% complete. It is missing little few pieces like a briefcase, stuff like that. If I find them, I'm going to add it and update it. But as of right now, it's missing that, and it is a little bit sort of yellowish here. As you can see, there's a difference. That's the white that was there. Yellowish from the sun, but I will be trying to clean that up. So if you see it on the post, it might look different. But as of right now, I'm just want to review it and get it over with in terms of that. So let's start off with the basic. It's a really big set. I like it a lot, and it is one of my favorite ones. I just don't have enough space for it, so we can review the minifigures. So the set does come with 4 minifigures. The first one you're going to be getting is this little oil guy, kind of standard. He's right there around to do the car wash, to do the tire service repair up there, and we'll be discussing all the levels. So that's him. So I'm gonna put him on here so you can kind of see him better. This is the second. It's a girl, yeah, just like a customer, just like a customer, I guess, going to the car wash or parking or whatnot. That's really it. Third is like some business guy. Same thing, like a standard customer. They could be a couple, could be separate. Who knows? And then this, even in the presentation, this guy is using the gas station that comes along with it. So just like a little gas station guy. And that's really it for the minifigures. Nothing too special about them, but it's nice that they come with them, so it gives you... I'm gonna add this because I forgot to show it, which is unfortunate, but it does come with an extra minifigure, the security guy right here. So he's the security police, so he's there to just watch over things and get in the security booth. So I have to add this to the video. Ability. And we can now discuss the cars, because for the 4 minifigs you are going to be getting 4 cars. So let's discuss that right now. Cars, let me put this out the way for now. This is the first car you're going to be getting, and I don't have the little hitch that attaches to it, but I do have the string. So when I find the hitch, or if I don't, what you would do is you tie it around, and then you have this lever to pull and push, and it's like a little tow service car. Nothing special. Open the inside of it, kind of basic, generic, just a car that you can use for it. And let me show you on the weight. They're all going to be sort of the same, but the car weighs 2 ounces, lightweight, small as well. And let me give you now the measurements. 4 inches by 2 inches by 3 inches height. And now for centimeters, the same thing. That's 10 centimeters by roughly 3 centimeters by, 5 centimeters. Now that's gonna be your first car, and they're all smaller than like the Lego Speed Champions. Like, I'll show you, for example. Also, I did a video on the Porsche, this Porsche right here, the GT. So if you want, scroll through my videos to see just a review on this. But you can see they're all smaller. even the biggest car, which is the next one, the van right here, way smaller. So that's just for comparison. They're just very generic, basic cars, which segues into the second part of it, this little van. Now, I think this is a pretty interesting and unique structure because it is a little bit different. You can fit two in here. Oh, I'm gonna have to combine videos, sorry about that. But this is what the inside of the van looks like. Now this is just a little bit of dirt. I'm gonna have to clean it a little bit better. So this does come off, that's just dirt. But it does sit two people right here. You can fit them in. One's driving, the other's like a passenger. And it's interesting how they came up with the roof. It's just two of these roof plates put on together. So it is sort of an interesting, the pieces are a little unique in the sense, you see in the front you have this, the back, the front you have extra wheel rack. And in terms of weight, let me put that on there. It's exactly 2 ounces, so just like the last one, wider. This is definitely wider and a little bit taller, coming in at, give me a moment here, by 3-inch height and 1.5 inch width, or for centimeters, that's 3 centimeters wide, 10 centimeters length, 6 centimeters height. So that's the second car you get. This is the third car you get. Once again, very generic, like a sedan. What I do like is the back plate, or the back side of the window is somewhat interesting. They do make them slightly unique, each car. So each car does have something about it that I guess is, yeah, a little bit unique. Otherwise, not kind of standard. The wheels are pretty small. I think it's kind of comical. That's really all I can say about it. It's just like a generic car that you get with it, with a nice black plate. And this one is actually 1 ounce, slightly over an ounce. So this is a smaller weighing car. And now we can, give me a moment here. So this is coming in at about 4 inches by 1.5 inch width by 2-inch height. So let me flip that on over for the other side. That's about 10 ounces by, 10 centimeters by 3 centimeters by 5 centimeters height. And there's not really much more to say about this car. This is the inside of it right there. So this would be the inside of the car. As you can see, kind of standard minifigure goes in here, rides around. Interesting with the back, glass plate here. That would be really it. This is sort of unique. It has like this wider frame plate, not the standard one. So we can get on to the last part of it, which I think is one of the nicer cars on here. Same thing like the last one, you think it looks the same, but then look at the back. You see it kind of has more like this, like this fish frame, I'm gonna say, where it narrows and widens out. I think it looks nice. It brings some characteristics to it, and it's a yellow, so you get a different color here. So that would be 1.5 ounce, so slightly heavier. And then with the measurements, it would be 4 inches length by 1.5 width by 2-inch height, or flip it around. That's 10 centimeters length, 3 centimeters width, and about 5 centimeters height. And when you open it up, this is what it looks like. I think it's a little bit more unique. It's wider. It is wider because of this, and I think it gives some more characteristics to it with all the glass that comes with it. And then the front grille is somewhat interesting. It has these. I wish they would do something with that, with all that extra space they have, but that's okay. So that's all the minifigures and cars. So let's get out with the one accessory you do get that isn't related to any of it, and this is the gas station. So the gas station from the sides right here has a little, light over here. So if you're driving at night and you need gas, it also has these holes right here on both ends. That is if you want to build your own or make it bigger, more customizable. This is where you connect them one by one to each other. And then you have two gas stations for this. So you have number one, which this isn't a sticker. This is a sticker. My bad, my apology. This is a sticker. You get two, number one right there with a card hole number. And then you get like the, I think it's called the nozzle. So you open that up, if you can get it to open up, and see it extends, widens, just like, at any regular gas station around the world. And I'll even show you in reference when I take one of the cars up. I just want to show you the rest. So the back side of it has like this little hole with the green and red light, I guess, to show if it's working or not for the owners. Number two, let me focus in on that. Same thing, and they're all stuck at $212, I think, so kind of expensive. And this is the bird's eye view basically from it. This is what you would see, what it looks like, the little shelter. Now if it was obviously raining a lot, it wouldn't be helpful. So this is what it looks like in reference to the cars. So the car would, go right here, open the muzzle, and then they don't have a hole, unfortunately. The Camaro does, so you could just put it right on the side. But you get the idea. It has a lot of playability with it. So that's the one structure that comes with it. So now let's move on to the manuals and the boxing before we get to the big thing. So you're going to be getting 5 individual manuals with the to-do, so it's quite a lot. But it does have a lot of pieces. This is the first manual you're going to be getting to build the van guy and the lady with the blue car. The second manual is to have like the service repair guy and like the rich businessman guy. The third, fourth, and fifth manuals are to build up everything, to have the security guy with it and have, all the rest. Fourth, same thing, continuation. Fifth, so they all help on each other to build, and you have a lot of booklets. Okay, so let's get started with the box. Now, I'm gonna see if I'm able to weigh the box, but I'm just going to show you just very roughly over the bed here, because it's too big to show on there. So the box right here is the front of the box, as you saw, and I did make it flat like this for storage because I'm going to be doing a lot of reviews, so I need an easy way to do it. So you're going to get 8 individual packets. Now if I can find them, because I do have them, I will come back later in the video, even once it's published, and upload it. Right, this is the side of the box. You have oil guy right here with this little drawer, the 2 people, the security, and the van guy. And then this has like some use cases, like he's a gas station employee filling up, because there are some states and countries where you're not allowed to pump your own gas, like Oregon. He's a service repair guy. He's in the car wash. He's right now fixing a broken repair. He's chatting with the security guard over a cup of coffee. This kind of shows it in full use. Business guy's going up to the security, and then the security's opening, closing the gate, and they're driving around having a jolly fun time. Set number right there. Overall, really nice box, and this weighs about half a pound. Okay, so now let's get to the meat and potatoes of the set right here. If I can even get it on a weight scale to weigh it, we're going to try that right now. And this is the main structure. It starts with 3 floors, actually, last floor being parking spot. And as you can see, I am missing one white 4x4 right there, 4x1 for it. So let's get on with the measuring. So it's 11 inches height just to get to here, which is the base of the parking. But if you want to include the whole height, it is 15 inches high right there. So flip that around for centimeters. You're getting 29 centimeters height with, you know, just to the parking garage, 42 centimeters height to the complete height of, even with this contraption, which is I'll discuss later. You have right here 15 inches width, or we can flip that around for centimeters, 38 centimeters for the length of it. Nah, not the width, my apologies. And you have 5 inches right there for the width, or if we flip that around, 12 centimeters the width. So now let's get into the weight. I'm going to try to weigh this thing. Wish me luck. So the actual structure itself weighs about 2 pounds, 4 ounces about, or 2 1/4, because every fourth is 4 ounces, because there's 16 ounces in a pound. And side note, it all is easy to pick up and put down because it's all part of one structure. Just try to be a little bit gentle and you should be fine. So now let's get into the actual first story of the building out of the 3. So I'll start with one of the more interesting ones. So this is the car wash, right? And it shows right here as well that when you're driving up, so imagine your minifig, you know, is on the street like this, driving. It shows up front, repair. Right here would be gas, where you put your gas. And right here as well, right, is the car wash. So your minifig says, oh, my car's dirty. See, it's dirty. It needs to go for a wash. So it would pull in right here. And as you can see already, it's movable. So it goes through and you're actually getting washed by the car. It even has arrows. And then it comes out the other side. So that's the use case for that. Oh, this fell. Let me put that back. So that's the car wash part of it. And you can see the car wash actually has these tubes right here that make it, you know, movable as well as it moves. So it can fit almost any car. And it has one right under there. So if you take something bigger that can hit it, like a van, see, moves perfectly. And you have these, oh, I fell off this whole, 2 glass panels on each side. That's really it for the car wash. And it comes with even some pricing and 3 options. Octane, which is the logo, like the Lego City logo store. I think it looks super cool. And that's the first floor of it. So now we get on to the main contraption in the middle, because this counts for all floor, like the garage elevator, basically. So concept being, oh, you want to go parking, you have this parking sign right here. So your minifigure on this road goes here, turns left, and there's a gate. So it has to put in a code. You know, it's one of those self-serving ones. So you give yourself the ticket and then it calculates your time, and you have to pay for this, you know, parking structure right here. So it inputs the code right there. Bing, bing, bing. This light turns green, or you press it like a button. So what it's supposed to do, you can even set it up. Opens this contraption, and now this goes onto the ramp. So this is the waiting ramp for the main piece right here. So we're gonna have to go up to explain the other levels. So this is the main contraption right here. As you can see, it is behind the branding. As you can see, it's like a wheel pulley system. So this is the wheel on the pulley right there. And this is just to cover it up. It brands it right there. Pretty simple. So this wheel actually involves with going up and down. Now, mine's a little rusty. I need to grease it up. But you can see I push forward like to the structure, and it's pulling it up, and down it comes way easier. As you can see, it has these pulleys right here, these wheels, and on the side that holds it together. So now if it needs to go down because you press the button, guess what? You pull it away towards the logo of the Octon, all the way down. This holds it right there, and by itself it should settle. See, so it settles right there. So now the person and the car and the minifigure says, oh, I don't need a park, I need to go to this tire repair shop in the second floor. It now gets on just like this. See, it gets on just like this, fits on perfect. So now away from the logo and pulling it up to the second floor because that's where it requested. So now, while it's at the second floor, you know, it needs to go to the tire repair shop. So just quickly hits reverse right there, and boom, you're at the repair service. So this is where this guy right here comes in. So let me get the car out of the way. I just needed to show you this representation, and we'll be using it for a while. I'm gonna put it back on the second floor to see it. So the tire repair service, you're gonna get 3 tires right here to repair the cars. I don't think you get anyone for this one, unfortunately. It's for these cars right there for the repair, but they put it there for the play case, and even comes with a set of tools right there. Has a screwdriver, hammer, and then a chisel right there, and then for the tires, as well as a drawer that comes with an oil stand, and as well as a couple of bottles of some spray paint. So now say it's actually the security guard's car and he needs to get to work. So he's already on the second floor. He pulls forward right here, and you have 1 parking spot just for the security guard. And now you're in the security guard's office. So let me flip it around and I'll show you security guard's office, the security guard's office. You would then go to the back, and your security guard, you know, gets out of the car. This is the theory playthrough. Gets out of the car right there, yada, 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 walks on by and sits right there. I don't think he ever came with a computer, but you can find one computer, and he's monitoring everything. Another nice thing is it does come with a little security camera, so you can buy up some extra as well, put them all over the place. It will be even more realistic. This is the car wash from this side, and you can see this is supported by these nice reinforced pillars, so nothing can fall off. So now let's flip it back over to the last part. Okay, so this would be the use case there, but say this particular case, the minifigure doesn't need their nothing repaired. They don't work as a security guard. They just need access because they need to park their car because the city's crowded, you know, and it needs a fast way to park the car because it doesn't want to wait. So you would pull it all the way up to the 3rd floor right here, and from here you have the availability of, let me put it down, 4 parking spots. So either now minifigure can put backwards right here, here, or you know what, it wants to pull forward into this spot or this spot right here. And you actually do have these 4 reinforced like little pillars. And this one fell off, so that's incomplete with it, but that is in theory what it, you know, does. And you even have right here these little lights, so they will shine, as well as these lights here. And that's really it for the 3rd floor. There's nothing much to the 3rd floor. It's just for parking. So if you need all your vehicles, you know, parked some easy event, this would be the use case for it. And just like that, I'll show you how easy it is to go down. So now, you know, the event's over, or wherever they needed to do to park their car and they need to go back home. You just pull the lever down, and it's pretty good. This, remember, I haven't touched this in years, so this is pretty good. Its mechanism still. Oh, you know, say it popped a tire, this one. Oh, well, now it needs to be repaired, and say, you know, it went up, and now this guy just really needs to go home to his van. So there you go. Oh, a little stuck. A little push right there. And boom. It goes down. You have this little ramp that pulls it down pretty fast. And there you go. They're on their merry way. So this is the Lego City Set 4207 in a nutshell. Basically what it does. So now let's talk about little things I like about it. Well, I do like its form factor. It's really easy to take with you. You can just take it like this. All fits, you know. It's very sturdy. Even after years, it still holds really well. I like the parking structure feel. It definitely resembles a parking structure. And this is the Octan brand. This is like Lego City brand. I like these signs right here on the side that show parking and that indicate everything. The color scheme is really nice. The red, green, and white color scheme with the casual yellow and black. I think it really looks well. And as well as this right here. This looks really, I mean, this looks exactly like you would imagine a parking lot. And then it has actual, you know, interactivity, playability with this like elevator lift thing that puts it everywhere. And even the cars, they are generic, but they work well, and you get a lot of extra things like this gas station here. You get for even the price, even back then, you're getting a lot to play and use with. You know, especially in the factor, you know, this left a lot of playability, especially as a kid. So I would definitely, you know, recommend to get this if you can and you can afford it. I would definitely recommend you get it for, you know, like a smaller child, someone that, you know, wants to play around and touch it. As far as from a collecting standpoint, it's not really a good collectible because it's, you know, it's high and you only get generic cards. I mean, this is all like generic-ish, you know, Legos. This isn't anything fancy. This isn't like, you know, this isn't like the Porsche right here. Linked to that in the description as well. This isn't like this, you know, it's more just for play. This is more if you need something to play with. But for what it's worth on the playability scale, it's very good. I recommend this. You get this to someone who actually wants to play, interact, or they have like a big city that they need together, and parking structure actually makes a lot of sense in that case as well, because you can't fit if you're really wanting to like 7 or 8 cars. And with the gas station you get with it, it's worth it in terms of that. It gives you a lot to play with. And you have these unique pillars. So even if you were to demolish it, you have these unique pillars to make your own parking structure. And it looks really good, feels really good. Now, some things I don't like. I'm going to say, even though you get a good hand set of minifigures, you still don't get a lot. Like this guy in the photos, he kind of does everything, you know. If you've seen the video, if you've seen the boxes, he does everything. He has, you know, he's running around at the gas station, running around here, running around opening the gate, you know. And this guy, there needs to be more of either these guys as like the employees, or they need to just assign him one job, and then the rest has to be, you know, more automated. He can't just be doing one of the same. Now, I know for the playability, but just from a realistic standpoint, you know, there should be more people doing it. Like, why are they giving us so many random minifigures, but then the actual, you know, employment guys, there's only one, which for the security guy, okay, makes sense. They sit in their booth right there. That's fine. That's their job. But why is this guy running around doing everything? Doesn't make sense. As well as the security box, it works, but it's so generic, and they could have almost made it separate from the structure. You know, it's so tiny. I mean, it works as a proof of concept, but, you know, it's kind of ugly. It doesn't, the security box brings it down, in my opinion. It doesn't enhance the set, but it brings it down more. You know, I wish that it doesn't make that much sense, the security box, why it's there, you know. They could have done this whole second floor as a repair service. So here, and then here could have been like an actual, you know, garage, not open out this. And then security, if they needed security, they could have added maybe another floor for the security, or just put it separate. You know, they put the gas station separate. They could have done the same thing with the security. That's my first complaint. The second complaint I have is this stand right here. It works, but it's kind of hard to pull, and it doesn't really look the nicest. The pillars, I do like the pillars, but it's just the way they presented it. And it doesn't make sense. And then this mechanism right here, I do like for what it, you know, the playability, but it looks kind of ugly, honestly, right? In the middle, it's just towering, especially with these open pieces right here. This isn't supposed to be open, but these open pieces right here, they cover this up. They could have covered the rest up. And the mechanism's a little bit, you know, greasy if you don't play with it for a while. So it needs like active love, you know. So this isn't a good collecting set. This is a good playability set. I mean, otherwise than that, you know, besides the cars being generic, you know, they added a lot of cars for it, kind of generic ones. I wish they made them a little bit nicer, but once again, this was a set meant for playing, really, not for collecting or holding, or if you have a big, you know, modular city. So this has been Lego City Set 4207, ages 6 to 12. This has been All Things Reviewed and All Things Reviews, and we'll have another video for next week. Alrighty, bye-bye.